computer. There we go. Okay, so welcome to our monthly meeting, everybody. I want to set these up because for probably a couple months, hopefully by next month, we can do where we actually have a space that we're doing recognition, because we're going to have tons of recognition to give away. Because I know even for some of the things I was just posting, like we've got a lot of things coming up that are really cool to earn as incentives and sponsoring and whatnot. So tonight is, we can take a vote, but I voted to move it towards 6:30 so that we can just kind of help speed the evening up. But then we also have enough time when we're finished that we can touch base with prospects that are on and help them figure out orders and stuff like that. So we've got that option. But then we also, if we are the person, whatever, if we're doing it, then if we're actually in person at that meeting, then we can help, we can talk to people and brainstorm and stuff, but then we can also leave and still have time to work when we're finished. Is this making sense? Like if we need to stay at 7, that's fine. But now that Jen lives an hour out of town, like it's putting people home really late. So kind of keeping things in mind for when we start popcorning and exploding. And I made popcorn the other day and I just got this big smile on my face because it's like the whole pop, 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 and then it takes forever and you're still sitting there and nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden the whole pan blows up and the lid lifts off. And I was like, that's what's coming. I know that's what's coming. And it's extremely exciting. So like just trying to help foresee things and getting ready for them before it's a problem. Does that make sense? So if you guys have insight, add it. So first thing we're going to do is jump in for recognition. And then there are so many announcements. Like it's really cool. Just things that Arbonne's bringing out, things that Deanna's doing. So we'll jump on, do a little bit of that, and then kind of give a recap with a little bit of homework. So first thing, if you are joining or you're watching this as a guest, welcome. I am Grace Wright. I live in just outside of Bozeman, Montana, and I'm an executive area manager with Arbonne. And my co-team nation, we're going to go nation together, is Martina Redoni. Can you wave, Martina? And so we do recognition for both of our teams, and then there's a third person that we will add recognition in for her and her team as her team starts to grow, which will be Doris Olberholzer in Switzerland. So the first level in Arbonne is district manager, and at this level, the average income is anywhere from between $250 to about $950, depending on the person. That's averages. Once you're at the higher end of that, you're going to be in qualification for area, so you can make up to like $1,400 as a district, but you'll be in qualification for the next level. So top district manager, so this would be the district manager with the most volume in their central district, is Martina Redoni with over 6,200. So congratulations, Martina. You guys can unmute and scream. Woohoo! The next level is area manager. And this is the level that we teach people to get to really quickly, because this is the level that you're making. Like my suckiest paycheck as an area manager was $1,200. And I was below what Arbonne required in volume. And I think there was two people on my team working, myself and one other person. And my worst paycheck was $1,200. So how many of you would it absolutely suck if you made $1,200? Right. So we teach people to get here pretty quickly. And you can earn cash bonuses for these levels too. But the average income at that level is anywhere from $950 up to about $4,500. And top area is myself with $17,500. And the bonus, the levels for bonuses, so we're as a team with people, like with all of us not really working, not giving everything that we've got, like kind of working. As a team, we're literally halfway to region every single month. And all of us know what we're doing. So if we did what we're doing and we all multiplied, that means you guys would be in qualification, you'd be promoting districts, you'd be in qualification for area, we would go region. And that's what's happening over the next couple months, especially when I get into what Deanna's doing. So The the next level is region, and as a regional vice president, that's the level you get your white Mercedes, and the average income there is anywhere from about $3,700 to $4,000 to up to about $16,000 a month. And so that's what we're talking about. And then you get to pick your white Mercedes. And then the next level is national vice president, and that's the top level in Arbonne. So normally we would go through and like you will have recognition for people in all these categories. And then we also do top sponsoring recognition. And to hit any of these recognition categories, you need to hit your building block is one. So $2,500 in new and U volume is one of them. And I hit that myself. The next one is sponsoring, and you need a minimum of 5 new preferred client or consultants sponsored with the level that they get their free gift. So either 150 or 250. And then the bonuses, the cash bonuses for a district manager is an extra $200 a month. And for an area manager is an extra $400 a month. So we also give recognition when you hit your district bonus. And if you want to be growing through these steps quickly, focus on your $2,500 building block, duplicate it, and never miss a district bonus. Like, I panic if I'm even close to it. Like, I have my goal for the last 5 years is like, I will not miss my district bonus. The area bonus is a little trickier because you need more volume and you need more signups based on more people. But like, even when you add another $400 to your paycheck, that's a car payment plus the insurance for that car. It's really cool to know that that's paid for, right? And as a consultant, and we're going to go over this, but as a consultant, you're able to earn bonuses. Arbonne just put it into play that you can earn $100 cash bonus as consultants. So that's also super cool. One thing that we teach and will keep teaching is to always pay attention to your central district volume. So if you are your only consultant on your team right now, you are your central district. Any person that you bring on, until they promote to that level of district manager next to you, they count for your central volume. Does this make sense? So that's how you earn trips. That's how you earn bonuses. That's how you earn incentives, all that stuff. So the top 2 central districts was myself with over 11,000 and Martina with over 6,200. So that's what Arbonne counts when they count volume for you earning trips. So be aware of that. And we have the little tree like this tracker for you to earn, or to keep track of how you're earning trips. So this is your volume as the trunk, and every district you promote out, you get a color and a leaf. So get ready, because we have 3 months still. But anything that you do and anything that you duplicate to do, even as a brand new consultant, you can earn that trip in 2 months. So it's a lot. It's just a lot of groundwork because it all adds up really quickly. So that's what we've got for recognition. For announcements, I'm going to have Martina unmute if there's something I'm not covering. So I just posted, and I'm going to pull this up in the Facebook page so I can read it, but I just posted, Deanna Herron is doing a challenge for whoever sponsors a minimum of 10 $250 plus consultants this month gets $100 worth of new products launched at GTC, and whoever does it out of those people who has the most also wins her challenge, and she has gifts for that person. So there's that. I also just put in our team page a video kind of explaining how to get into qualification for area really quickly and how to become a district manager really quickly from Linda Parker. And Linda Parker is sidelines to Deanna Herron, but she does a lot of awesome training. Linda Parker, I think, was in qualification, or maybe was even a district manager like 6 or 7 times. And then she would quit working. She would just do enough to earn something, and then she'd quit working. And then she'd do enough to earn something, and then she'd quit working. Well, when she promoted to area, that's when her business took off. And then she'll tell her story. Like, that's when she decided, excuse me, that she was done playing Arbonne and jumped in and worked. So if you hear people's stories that they've hit a level and then drop from that level. Depending on the person, like for me, I got that gut feeling, that gut-wrenching feeling at district. I will never lose a title again. Like, it was the worst feeling I've ever felt. Some people don't ever get that feeling because they go in knowing that. Sometimes people have to have that feeling. Linda Parker was one of them. So listen to what she's saying, because she knows what it takes to go district, and she knows what it takes to keep district, if that makes sense. But when you were doing personal activity, like it all adds up faster than you think. Like, there are days, to give you an idea for numbers, there are days that if I look at our team numbers, December is an incredible month. To give you an example of this, we literally jump between $5,000 and $7,000 in volume in 1 to 2 days in December. So that's, like, it's crazy. But Jen this year jumped over $3,000 in 1 day. So, like, it adds up. And when you're selling ASVPs, you can raise your paycheck $1,000 in a month based on the amount of ASVPs you're selling for the commission Arbonne pays you on them. Like, it's really cool. So just kind of harnessing that. Another thing is brand new consultants. As of the 9th of March, anybody who is a brand new consultant signed up in March or April is able to attend GTC for $99. So that's, you won't see it yet. Like, that's coming. You'll probably get it in an email or something. That's coming. But GTC is the most important event you can attend for your business, because you get to see brand new products first. You get to see what Arbonne is from other countries, because people from all over the world fly to America for ours. They do one in Canada, they do one in the UK, they do one in New Zealand and Australia. But people from all those countries fly to ours because it's on such a larger scale. So there's a lot of fun things. You'll check your emails. I just got an email from Arbonne right before you guys all got on. That's the announcements for the month, where you can book to go have them show you, book a 15-minute appointment to go have them do your makeup and show you what colors you should wear. But you have to book an appointment, because there's a lot of people that go to GTC. This year in the arena itself, they have 18,000 seats, and they were sold out right away. Well, now that as people are canceling, they let all the overflow rooms fill, like, have the option of going to the arena. So all the new consultants will get overflow, but they're trying to make it so that they can get as many people there as they can, because they sold out, like, so fast. So that's another thing. The Ready, Set, Grow trainings that we've all been doing through Deanna Herron and all those national vice presidents. The last one was a week ago. And what they're doing now is they're breaking it down to where Deanna is doing a VP training coaching group with Cecilia Stoll for regional vice presidents and above. And then she herself is doing an area training for all the area managers in her central nation, meaning that, like, she's your national vice president. And because of our relationship and, like, what's going on for us, she's like, you're totally fine. Like, I'm going to invite you in. She can't do recognition for us, because if she does it for us because I'm not in her central nation, then other people that are watching too would be like, well, if you're doing Grace's, why aren't you doing mine? So we're going to get around that by just tagging her in what we post on Facebook, so that she can just go comment for you guys. So we've got that coming up. And then, Martina, what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something else. You're muted.
No, you're actually good. I think you covered it.
I feel like there's, one thing I do want to touch base on is the Google Drive. As I'm using it and having you guys all go through it, I'm seeing where things are now that are not super handy, like how we need to move them somewhere else. And so the same documents will be there. They're just going to be, like, I was helping Julie with something the other day, and she's like, okay, well, where do I find the 40 faces sheet? Well, instead of explaining for her to where to go to find it, it's easier so for me to just move that folder of all the documents they're going to need right away and put them in a folder and put them in for sponsoring consultants. I moved them to there really quickly because it's easier for her to just navigate through those two, right? Well, now she's getting to the point that she's going to end up needing the presentation binder. So we'll get that filled. But what used to be our new consultant binder is becoming our verbiage binder. So all the documents that brand new people are using for brand new consultants, those documents that all of you are filling out so you're on the same page, those are all going to be filed into our new into the verbiage binder. And then we're going through and simplifying. Like we have trackers for everything. We have so many trackers. Not only is it overwhelming, but it's stupid because we aren't even working because we're too worried about tracking everything. So I literally deleted 4 trackers the other day and keeping the basic trackers that we need. Like, yes, you need a tracker for your trip. You need a tracker for people joining the Healthy Living group. And we need a 40 Faces tracker. But as our team, we are going from, and if you've been in Arbonne for however long, you've seen all these trainings on all this stuff. We are going to the 40 Faces sheet and having a rolling 10 activity on our calendar, no matter what. Like that is your training with a $2,500 building block. Does that make sense? So pretty much taking like all these things and throwing them out and just going back to what's the base of every one of them? The base of every one of them is activity, $2,500 new and you, and making sure you're in front of 30 to 40 people a month, depending on your pace. And I love the one that you guys have pulled up that's all colorful because it shows you, it gives you the breakdown if you're only talking to 10. And then it gives you, if someone has it handy, can you read it? I think I have. I had printed the other one.
The 10 is getting in the game. 20 is moving and grooving. 30 is running with the champions. And 40 is on fire.
So Arbonne has a saying, and this is talking about presentations a month. 4 for frustration, 6 for success, 8 to be great, 10 to win, 12 to excel. So knowing what you want to do, if somebody is frustrated that they're not making enough money, that they're like, people are leaving quicker than they're coming in. They don't have clients. They don't have the signups. They don't have the sales. If you look at their calendar probably has less than 4 presentations on it. So if somebody says they want to just work a few hours a week, it is super smart to get them in front of and doing one-on-ones and presentations as their activity, right? So making sure that we're all on the same page for that in that sense. The training part with your guys' homework is only to finish what we're starting. You need to be, if you're working with a new person, you want to be checking in with them, but because all you guys are going back through the new consultant stuff to understand what you're asking somebody to do it. Are you giving yourself the deadline every day for all of last week? You booked 2 activities a day or 2 income producing activities a day. The answer is probably no. So we're going into March. Like you aren't going to have like Linda Parker talks about filling your bases. You're not going to have full bases if you're not working. So, and just to give you an idea of what happens, we go to Vegas. There are tons of new products that come out, and it's just a different excitement. Like you get to go see people you haven't seen if you've never been. Like you meet new friends, you meet sidelines from around the world. You hear trainings, and like Stuart Armfield, go look him up on Facebook. Go follow him. You can't add him because he's got so many friends, but just go follow him on Facebook. He does awesome video trainings, and he's hilarious. Like you will pee yourself laughing. He is so funny, but that's his personality. And just little things like you learn little nuggets like that. You come home and you start using them. Your business is going to blow up. But if you haven't done any activity before you go to Vegas, you're going to come home and it's going to feel so overwhelming you don't know where to start. So be ahead of it, knowing what's coming. Like, we're leaving. Who all has a counter on their phone now? I think it's funny. I've never had a counter on my phone. And I was like, all right, this is annoying me. And I really feel like I need to count Vegas down because I want to leave now. So I think it's the first counter.
Jen thought I was leaving 2 weeks early. Because I said 29 and a half days, but I meant the 30-day cleanse.
Okay, and on that, if you want to sell the 30-day cleanse to people and you're teaching people the benefits, have you done it? Have you done it and not half-assed it? Have you done it and like given it everything? When you do it, post on Facebook with the hashtag of day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever. Even if you have pieces of it, the most important thing is the 7-day cleanse. The other things are add-ons, and I mean, do they make it easier? Yes. Hardcore, because you have something to eat for breakfast. You have something you can do as a snack. If Arbonne makes it, you don't have to second guess it to be like, well, can I eat this? Or is this safe? And it's like the RE9 set. Every product has a purpose. So when somebody's using the entire kit, is it going to be different than if they do pieces? Yes. But get them on the most important ones first, which would be the 7-day cleanse, the shake, the probiotics, and the fizz sticks. But like, get them on whatever their budget can afford, but they save more and get way more product if they're just doing ASVP. But, and I know Martina and I have talked about this, I did not lose weight on any of Arbonne's products until I did it strict. And you guys can all think I'm crazy, but I started Father's Day weekend. 2 weeks later was 4th of July. Everybody else is eating ice cream, cookies, Jell-O, casseroles. You're going to barbecues constantly. Fairs. I worked every fair in Montana, if not even maybe for 2 days or more. But that's all fair food. Funnel cake, cotton candy. I didn't eat any of it. If I craved a chocolate chip cookie, I ate some Fit Chews. But because I did that, like, and you won't see results right away. Like the first month, nothing really changed. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but nothing really changed. I just ate a lot of food. Then month 2, I didn't notice it until I put pants on, and my pants like literally fell to the floor. Like I took a step and they just fell off, and I just laughed because I was so busy. I didn't have time to think about whether or not I was losing weight. And like, you'll have that. Just book your calendar. And if you go in, and I know Judy and I have talked about this, if you go in with the mindset of, I'm not cheating, cheating is not an option. When you see results, other people are going to look at your story and also see results. Okay, Vegas, there has to be a little bit of leeway room just because of how Vegas works. But we have a room that has a kitchen, and so we can grocery shop and stuff, and it makes it so much easier than having to worry about going out to eat and, you know, all that stuff. But there is the aspect of hanging out with your team. You probably have a glass of wine. Okay, well, a glass of wine is not going down the strip, dancing on bars and doing shots constantly. You know, like, you're not going to set yourself back 2 months in 3 days kind of thing. So,
or a quart and a half of ice cream and cookies and candy.
There you go. So the last couple days, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I mean, I was so lightheaded. I had a headache. Like, sitting here talking to you, I would like literally had to like brace myself because I was dizzy. Couldn't figure out what was going on. So I called Martina. I called the doctor first. No answer. So I called Martina. And Martina used to be a nurse. So I call her and I'm like, hey, I'm super lightheaded. Like, what's happening? And she goes, well, I think you have really low blood pressure. And like, that's impossible. How is that possible? Like, I'm healthy. So go down and measure my blood pressure. My blood pressure is so low. She was like, if you're still there, take it again. And I was actually getting ready to leave. So I walked back in and took it again, and it was a little bit higher. So I turn around and I look at Bob because I'm in the, at the pharmacy at the grocery store. I look at Bob and I'm like, okay, so how do I raise my blood pressure? And he just starts laughing. He's like, get stressed out, get pissed off, and eat shitty food.
I was going to say, have a couple of kids. That'll do it.
So I was like, I totally cheated the last couple days. And then this morning I start waking up with a sore throat. I'm like, my body knows. Your body knows, so it's not even worth it. And Misty is kicking butt working out. I am so proud of you. She's like, we were talking about how many days we had till Vegas, and I lied to you, Misty. I said we had 50 and we don't. I then downloaded a counter, and now we only have like 43. Oh, Jen's giving me 43. So, but when we talked, it's like, what is something, and this needs to be our homework. What is something that you should be doing? Give me 2 things you should be doing and you are not doing, that you're going to commit to doing every single day until we get to Vegas. I'll go first. I need to go to bed early enough that I can get up and read and have a normal day instead of being so tired that I need to sleep till 10 or even 9. Like, I get nothing done. I need to do that, and I need to do some form of working out, and I knew I needed to not do anything until I could figure out why I was so lightheaded. But some form of working out, even for me, if it's 15 minutes, I just need to do something where I'm sweating for 15 to 30 minutes a day, because I know I feel better and I can think clearer, like I can focus. And I signed up for yoga in Vegas, and I think Jen did too.
Yep.
I think Nancy did. Nancy's at a different meeting, so when she sees the recording, like, I'm gonna work out. And yoga is at the butt crack of dawn on like a Saturday morning.
Yep.
But after you've sat that long, it feels so good to stretch, and like your low back just hurts, so it feels awesome. But so that's what I'm gonna do.
Those are mine.
We went geocaching on Saturday, just so you know.
Nice.
Which is getting outside, and that takes a lot of energy for me. So we had fun. Then Sunday it was crappy. So we didn't do it.
Okay, so Judy, what's yours?
Oh, what is mine?
If I have to answer for you guys, you're not gonna like it.
I am going to commit to at least 15 minutes of some sort of exercise, whether it's like cardio or crunches or something, not just crunches, but that weights, that kind of thing, which right now is cardio for me too. And then
Can you do 30?
Grace, you ask so much of me.
You could
Yes,
do
I
15
can.
in the morning and 15 at night.
Misty's getting up at 4:30 in the morning.
I know. I get up at 4:45, but I have to get ready for work. Yes, I will commit to 30 minutes.
Because I know what your guys' goals are before we leave. I know what clothes you want to wear. I know what you want to look like. And we sell ourselves short because we don't give ourselves the time to do it. Not that we don't want to, just that we don't want to, we're choosing not to because of preparation. So even if it's working out 5 days a week for 30 minutes and then doing 15-minute activity on the other days, like, that's something that we could keep up when we're in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so my 2 things are 15 minutes each. How's that?
what's the second one, and we'll decide.
That was my second one. Another 15 minutes.
Nice try.
Yeah, I know.
What's your second?
I don't know.
How about eating healthy?
I am doing that though.
Okay, cool. That's it.
I did that today.
Okay, so there's day 1. So
And
we're
no cheating.
for 40
That's mine.
more
No
days
cheating.
till Vegas.
I'm on day 1.5.
And I promise you guys, and Martina's the same, I promise you guys, if you, because the first 2 weeks is the hardest. If you get past that, like when you can start to see your body change, you get an entirely different mindset of like, this goes from, and it's the same way with building your team. When you start to see numbers growing, you go from this is impossible to here goes. Like if that's what it took to get where I'm at, it's momentum. Like it's only going to get easier. And there's enough of us here. And I'm only doing this for the healthy living part because Misty has huge goals, Martina has big goals, and Judy has big goals. So I can let you guys all do it because I don't necessarily need to lose weight, right?
Right.
But is it going to be frustrating for you talking to me if I'm leading you and I'm not doing it?
Only if you start sharing your story of ice cream and cake.
I have eaten an entire box of ice cream in the last 2.5 days.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying? So
That's like stomach ache right there.
I know. But if you know that I'm doing that, but I'm encouraging you guys to eat healthy, are you really going to believe me? Are you going to, when I ask you for another 10, are you going to give me another 10? No.
10 of something.
So, and I also put on a dress. It's not the dress I'm wearing, but I put on a dress and was like, all right, this is not what I want. So, okay, Martina.
Okay. I'm committing also to sticking to the 30 days. I mean, to the whole plan, you know, not just after 2 weeks fizzling off, really sticking to it. And which of course includes also working out. And then also I am committing on working on the rolling 10, having 10 things on the book and ask people for presentations.
Okay.
I talk to everybody, but I never ask them anything. I talk to everybody, but I never ask them.
Okay.
So
when we're done and I post this recording, I want you guys to go write your commitments down. Like go type them out in the comments underneath, okay?
okay.
Okay.
Jen?
Yeah. Yep.
No, you're up.
Oh, I said it. I said it earlier. My 2 things were your 2 things. No, for real.
Okay.
Because we've had this conversation of I don't want to get up and exercise because I did go to bed on time. I just want to sleep till 10. So, yeah, no, totally. That's absolutely what mine need to be.
Krista and Nancy, both of you ladies are going to need to write it yours in the comments. Misty, can you unmute? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, but I'm laying in bed trying not to puke.
I am sorry. You worked out today. Did you work yourself into a puke?
No.
Okay, what are your 2 things that you're committing to?
The healthy living and not cheating.
Everybody's nodding. Just
And
like preach it, sister.
yes. And then getting myself organized so I can move forward for my rolling 10.
Okay.
Yay.
Good job.
Mm,
Hope you
Thank
feel
you.
better.
me too. Mhm.
Julie. She's like, what? I got nothing.
Muted.
I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, lady.
I wasn't planning on doing the 30-day challenge.
That's okay. You
But
pick something else. Pick 2 things that you know that you need to do that you keep not doing.
health-wise or just goal-oriented business?
Goal-oriented, that you're like just in what we're doing. Like all of us are doing the healthy living because we know the clothes we're going to be wearing in a month. that's a good start. But I know that when I get busier, if I don't work out and I don't have a schedule, like I don't feel good. So I think mine is just keeping a schedule so that when I get to Vegas, yeah, it's going to be thrown off a little bit because of late nights and all that stuff, but it's not horrible. If you have a schedule and you know, I'm not going out till 3 a.m. to then turn around and be up and have to be somewhere sitting there at 7, you know, like actually giving yourself discipline.
Mm-hmm. I need to make a schedule for the business, make sure I'm calling up people. And then, you know, I do want to replace my soda with fizz sticks, so maybe I should make that goal.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Mm.
Good idea.
Judy's like, the more people that are in this misery with me, the better.
You know, it's actually not so bad right now. Like, I mean, I'm saying this now, but I do the sparkling waters that are, it's the
LaCroix.
Thank you. And I mean, there's sodium free, sugar free, there's no baked sugars or anything like that in it. And it still gives me my bubble feel. And I'm drinking out of a can, like a soda. Because I would go to school and get Mountain Dew. And they all know that I'm the one that drinks the Mountain Dew out of the soda machine. So when it's empty, I need more.
That's funny.
So now I'm replacing that with those. And I'm trying to keep my children from drinking all of them. But still doing my fizz in the morning for my like caffeine jolt with green tea and that kind of stuff. And I keep that all day and drink that all day. And then just have one of the La Croix at lunch at school. So replaces that need to go get a soda.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I post the recording, I want you guys to go back and comment what your commitments were. And then I think the biggest thing is over the next 3 days, taking the next 3 days and focusing really hard by Thursday, having your 10 activities booked. And if you have been slacking to now, like you have till Thursday to have your 10 activities booked in March so that you're not hanging. But then also every person that you're talking to, ask them if they'll look at the business. And then if they say no, say, well, would you help me? I'm growing. Use this. If you bump into someone at a store, just use the phrase, I'm in charge of expanding in this area. And what I look for in a person are qualities that you have. Would you be willing to meet with me to see if this is a fit for you? Because it makes it more official. Like you're actually doing a job interview because you need to be interviewing those people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So like do that, but however you're reaching out, but make sure you're asking people to look at the business. And when Jen and I were talking this morning, I made the comment that a lot of times people will say in trainings, and it's so cliche, you get sick of hearing it. When you have a decided heart, mountains move. Okay, the reason that is that because when you decide you're moving, you see opportunities that were there before that you didn't see before. So the only thing that's there that's different is your awareness. Like in just daily conversations with people, or, you know, like they were there, but your eyes weren't open to them because you hadn't decided that you were going to commit to that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So noticing, like hearing conversations around you or seeing little things that are happening around you and being bold enough to just say, oh, well, can I show you what I do? If it's not a fit, not a work, no, don't worry about it. But can I show you what I do? Make sense? Okay. So, hugs to everybody. You're going to be seeing, I'm going to do more really quick live videos, probably with updates from Deanna and stuff. The last few calls she's done with us, she's just been going over how to start a new consultant, which, I mean, we've already done and in the process of doing. So you guys, I haven't updated you on anything because it was that, but just getting my next steps will be getting the indexes, showing you how to put things in a binder in each of those binders that are changing. And then just making sure that we're touching base, but just start doing your activity for a new consultant and being on top of it and doing it yourself, holding yourself accountable because you are already a district or above. So, and then for the people that are doing it that are not districts, just touching base and having somewhere to start from. Do you guys have any questions?
I have a quick question. How many binders are you going to have? Is it still going to be 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I have a question too because of Deanna's call the other day. She said do not sign people up as consultants unless
They're
they're
working.
working.
Yes.
But so many people use that to get the bigger discount. So
She's saying
are
stop.
we going to tell them not to?
No, she's saying stop offering it to people like where they used to sign the hostess up as a consultant and then put everybody under the hostess. You're giving
Oh,
a takeaway. Like if that person's hosting and they don't say, yes, I want to do this business, don't give your paycheck. Stop giving your paycheck away.
that's what she meant. Not just people that just want to be like a referring consultant.
Right.
Okay.
She said that just be, she pointed out on our call too, to stop signing up people as preferred clients with less than $150 order.
Right.
If they are not signing up with a $150 order, don't offer it to them and say, it's really not, you're not at the point where it's a savings yet. So if you want to just place your order for these few products, see what you think, and then the next order will upgrade you and we'll do that. At least you can take advantage of your free gift. Use the phrase take advantage of, because if you don't, they don't think they're missing out on anything. So then perfect example is someone with 8 signups in their district and they missed their district bonus because not one of them was a $150 sign up. Like that's messed up. Upsell it and just say, well, you're this far from it. Would you like to become a preferred client and do blah, blah, blah. And if they say no, then don't offer it. And same thing for consultant. They have to be a $250 sign up. Granted, some people can't do it. I get it. But in their startup month, have a plan for them to hit their $250. Because if they're not hitting their $250 in their start month, yeah, they don't
Well,
count.
that's an ASVP though.
Correct.
So
Correct.
easy.
And it can be a couple orders, right? It doesn't have to be one individual order.
For them to get their free item, it has to be one individual order.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that's for
And they still get a free item with an ASVP
yes.
because it's enough volume.
Yes.
I had another question and now I can't remember.
And keep in mind too, as we get into working out of state for people, and I know Wyoming has tax and so does Colorado for Nancy and Krista. When someone hosts for us, it is normally cheaper to just make them a preferred client and give them the 40% off packages, because a consultant is taxed on the entire retail. A preferred client is only taxed on the discounted 40% off price. And a preferred client gets free shipping on that ASVP. A consultant pays full price shipping. So if you break it out, what they're paying to get our cost, they actually get less tax and free shipping on, so it breaks down cheaper for them to just become a preferred client. So just kind of being mindful and doing math for people. And I mean, we're spoiled because we don't have state tax. Nonsense, so we forget about it. But just keep in mind as you start sending packages to other places, like Oregon apparently doesn't have sales tax. So on Arbonne products, they're not taxed. But like Washington, Idaho, California, they all do.
Yeah.
So just remembering that.
Okay, good. Cool.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Yes. So I actually had people on my Facebook Live tonight. Woo woo.
Cool.
And so someone else commented that 1 and a 2.
Okay.
And so how do because I have the message that I put in there, have you had a chance to see the video, blah, 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 that I follow up with everybody else. But she was on and commented to me. So now I need to tweak my message. So I want to get her hopefully booked.
If she was on there, a 2 is looking information about the business.
No, that's 3.
3 is
Two was hosting, 3's the business.
that was the old one.
I use the old one.
Deanna's teaching people to, if she's hosting, then host. But Deanna's teaching that you're going to ask everybody to host no matter what. The whole new party the whole time is building them up to become a preferred client and host for you. So
Okay, well, I didn't do the new one yet because I didn't have it printed and wasn't familiar with it, so I just pulled out my old one. So it's using
so then just
products.
comment her, get her phone number.
What?
Get her phone number.
Okay.
Like we need people's phone numbers. If they're on, message them or tag them in a post and say, hey, can I get your phone number so I can follow up with you and help with questions?
Okay.
And then just point blank ask them. And depending on where they live, get live parties. Like Judy and I were talking about, Facebook Lives are a great way to reach out to people. And it's not that nothing comes from them. Stuff does. It just takes longer and it takes more effort. And it's a good way to get in with people that won't let you in any other way. So you keep it in your back pocket as a reach out method, but not the way you do business, if that makes sense. Like it's not tweaked yet to get sales, to have $500 in sales from just doing it. So
From a Facebook Live?
mhm.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
But almost every hostess I have has ordered.
I just thought of it and I lost it again. Never mind. I'll think of it. Might be 3 a.m., but I'll think of it.
Comment and then I'll answer. Okay. I love you all.
All good.
Our next meeting, we're going to see if it will be over Zoom. Oh, make sure that in your calendar, put dates in your calendar. The first Wednesday of every month will be our nation call with Deanna. So go through and mark this out because we're going to have a ton of stuff happening and summer gets no less busy. Like we just keep adding more things through the summer. So the first Wednesday of every month at 6:45 is a nation call.
6:45.
That's 6:45 our time. You'll see in the post it's 7:45, but it's 6:45. Monthly meetings, the first Monday of every month. I don't care what month it is. If that month it's on a holiday, it'll be that Tuesday. So if, say, for 4th of July, I don't know if this year it's on that on Monday, it'll be a Tuesday or Labor Day or whatever.
And we're keeping this one at 6:30.
And this one will be at 6:30. Because like right now, we'd be done and it'd be like 7:20. So everybody can still go work. And then we'll touch base to figure out if we're actually doing in-person meetings by next month, depending on weather. So like, I mean, you guys had a big storm. We just got a big storm and are having a storm right now. So
We are.
it's gonna blizzard or something tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So depending on how it can work, but when you're promoting, and I know that you guys have goals to promote to district in a month and be in qualification for area, when you're promoting, it's more fun to be in a room and dress up and walk up and get your flowers. It's, you show up for it, right? So when we do the Great Falls meeting is in Jen's salon up behind 2J's. And then here, it's going to either be at my house or Martina's house, depending on, and I want to, as I have people promoting everywhere, we'll still do our team meeting and you guys can zoom in from other places to me. I want to go to Great Falls. When I've got people promoting in Great Falls, I'm going to be going to Great Falls. As I've got people promoting in Billings, I'm going to do a meeting from Billings. As I've got people promoting, wherever they are, I want to be there handing out recognition to people. So keep that in mind as a heads up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I gotta go.
What was that, Jen?
I said, sorry, I thought I was muted.
Oh, you're fine. You have an incredibly strong microphone.
It's my earpiece.
Oh. Okay. Love you all. We'll talk later. And our next call will be the nation call, but I'm sure we'll all talk before then.
Okay.
Bye. Feel better, Missy.